Hello, spooky followers. My name's Indigo Graham, here with a brand new spooky news review. And this is very much a redo of the last video that I was supposed to post yesterday, but YouTube said nope on. And yeah, so this is take two. And again, sorry about the delay. Mel and I've been very busy on the the 19th, so we couldn't get everything done. So, sorry about that. But I'm here to review the one and only song from a movie, which this movie has a lot of controversy, and many people don't like it because it's actually a third generation of the original. So, I'll try my best not to be nitpicky, so bear that in mind. I'm here to do the one and only review of Coming Out of the Dark soundtrack from the movie Monster High. And yes, I know this is the third generation of Monster High. And yes, I heard a lot of grievances about the third generation, especially for those who've been around Monster High since Generation 1, aka the generation I was raised in. Which, by the way, Monster High first generation is actually one of my top favorite classics, and I still love it today. Hell, I have every single movie from this generation and all the way down. And I'm so glad that I kept them in my collection. But not only that, Gen 1 and its characters are very much one and the same. Especially the characters from Frankenstein or Frankie all the way down to the Claudine Wolf and all the way down. Even though, yes, I know, they made this series to just make dolls out of them. But come on, I remember a lot about Gen 1 Monster High. Hell, I love the style, I love the freaky characters, and all the way down. But this is all about their slogan, aka be yourself, be unique, be a monster, freaky flaws and all. That's why I love Monster High. But since we're talking about Monster High, I know a lot of people don't exactly like Monster Gen 3 of Monster High. And in my opinion, hate is a strong word for what I use for the third generation of Monster High. I say I tolerate it. Hear me out before you laugh at me. I tolerate Monster High Gen 3 is because I believe that no matter what generation you are in or when you got started, the Monster High franchise is still thriving and all the way down. Now, yes, I know Generation 3 does have some flaws, a lot of flaws, including the character development of each character and all the way down. Not just from the first gen, but also the very the second generation as well. In my opinion, when they did the second generation, I also tolerated it because again, it's not just the generation that you started in. It's actually about being yourself with your be yourself, be unique, freaky flaws and all the way down. And like I said, if you did, and new people still going to know about Monster High, new people, young people, and all the way down. And if they really want to know about the older generation, they could just ask. After all, we are part of the monster scene with freaky, fabulous outfits and all the way down. But enough about that. I'm here to review the soundtrack of Coming Out the Dark. So, no more delays. Let's see how this does. Like usual, already got the video already up and running. So, let's begin. In 3, 2, 1.
Spent my life in the shadows, creeping around the corners, trying to find a home to land. I've spent my nights feeling lonely, dreaming of a could be, but this is where I take my stand. I might be nervous, but I'm an optimist. It's an adventure, ready to take the risk. Looking for monsters, looking for family. Could this be what I've been waiting for? This is what I've been waiting for. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. Not afraid to show my secrets or my scars. This is where I'm finally free. This is where I'm meant to be. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. Out of the dark. So this is it, back at school, still living by his rules. How can I find somewhere to breathe? I'm not a king, that's him, and no one tells him no. I just need a chance to find my wings.
Yeah.
I might be nervous, but I'm an optimist. It's an adventure, ready to take the risk. I see the monsters, they look like family. This is what I've been waiting for. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. Not afraid to show my secrets or my scars.
Hell yes.
This is where I'm finally free. This is where I'm meant to be. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. I might be nervous, but I'm an optimist.
It's an adventure, ready to take the risk.
I see the monsters, they look like family. This is what I've been waiting for. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. Not afraid to show my secrets or my scars. This is where I'm finally free. This is where I'm meant to be. Here I am, I'm coming out of the dark. Out of the dark.
Now that was amazing. Even though, yes, I know this is a soundtrack from the movie, but again, YouTube literally said nope on the original. Which, by the way, I should have thought that more clearly. Oh well, lesson learned. But the original music video is actually pretty good, with the dancing choreography and all the way down of each character and all the way down, including their coming out of the dark, showing your secrets and your scars. But we all know what that means. Freaky flaws and all. But, like I said, even though isn't the original music video, but it's still a good song from the Generation 3, which, by the way, is still going hard and strong. Even though a lot of people don't exactly like this generation. But, like I said, as a true Monster High lover and fandom, been in the fandom for a long time, I tolerate new generation. Because, like I said, if the younger generation who just starting out Monster High, they could ask the older generation about where they start. Like, for example, the very first generation. if they want to. After all, the, every generation starts with number one and then go back to the third one if they want to. Or they could stick with the first generation. After all, the first generation is where I came from, and I still love it today. Hell, it's because of the first generation we wouldn't have the third or second generation. So, yeah, but like I said, I tolerate newer generations. Now, do I like the changes? The different changes of the character? Eh, unfortunately, no. Um, like I said, I don't like to be nitpicky about the design of the character and how they changed it for their own right. But, no offense. Few things I wish they didn't mess with when they did third generation. But that's the only thing I could say. You probably know what I'm talking about. On many characters in of this series. But again, I'm not going to be nitpicky here because I tolerate the third generation just like I tolerate the second generation. So yeah, keep that in mind. But for the song itself, it's definitely a good song for the Monster High brand and all the way down. So for that, I'll at least give this song at least a 10 out of 10 and a whopping 80 black hearts. That's how good it is. But I better get going. I got another spooky review to do, or music review. So until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay spooky, my friends.